What's up, YouTube? I'm back with another video. This is basically part two of my, like I said, my observation of Christopher Moltisanti from the HBO series The Sopranos. I think, I really think Tony Soprano's relationship with Christopher Moltisanti was very, how can I say it, for him to be his first, second cousin, very unusual. You know, I know he wanted him to do better because Christopher Moltisanti was stuck on drugs, and when he was on drugs, he was doing very outlandish things. But there's also another side too. Tony Soprano, for example, when he messed around with basically Christopher Moltisanti's wife. Now, could she have prevented it and told him no? Yes. But should he have tried to get at her? Right. He shouldn't have tried to get at her either. I believe that a lot of the resentment toward a lot of resentment Christopher Moltisanti had towards Tony, was because of Tony. The way Tony Soprano was, the way he ran his group, his crew, his organization. A lot of things that he did, he didn't have to do, but it was his power trip. You know, I feel like, how can I say it? I feel like Christopher Moltisanti would have had more of a motivation to get off of the drugs and become a better capo if Tony wouldn't have done some of the things that he did. You know, and it's funny at the end when they're driving and they crash. Of course, he strangles Christopher Moltisanti by pinching his nose because he figured that they were gonna go to jail, or he looked back and seen the baby crib, something like that. But something in my mind tells me that it's deeper than that. You know, maybe the director didn't disclose that from what I saw anyway. So I don't know. I think that like I said, I think that Tony Soprano meant for Christopher Moltisanti to do well, but like Junior always said, Junior Soprano said about Tony. Tony could be a selfish prick sometimes. You know. So that's my part two. Thanks. Peace.